Oh my god, it's raining today, guys. Well, my name is Mugisha Emmanuel and welcome back to this channel, Moge Crafts, where we create and beautify. So in today's video, we are going to be learning something different, guys. We're going to be learning how to make a big round table mat. Yes, in a big size. And guys, watch this video till the end and don't forget to like, comment and share this video to friends and families, guys. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos on this very channel. So guys, let's go. Alright guys, here we are. We have our materials with us. Yes, we are going to use beads in 3 colors. We have our dark blue, we have our sky blue beads, then we shall have our white beads as well. Yes, then after that we shall have our string. Hope you can see it. Yeah, 0.70 millimeters. Yeah, so you also use 0.80 and 0.90. Yes, then we shall have our cutter to cut off the unwanted parts of the string for perfect finishing. Yeah, so the first step, we're going to have part of our string. So we're going to bring part of our string. You can see. Yeah, it's long, right? Yeah, so you're going to use it to make a big round table mat. Yeah, so the beads we're going to start with, our dark blue beads. Yeah, we're going to start with our dark blue beads. And you're going to start with 6 beads pattern. You're going to start with 6 beads pattern. That means you're going to have 6 beads. So you're going to have 6 beads. You're going to have 6 beads, whereby you're going to put 5 beads into the string. So you put 5 beads into the string. Put 5 beads into the string. So after putting 5 beads, you're going to have your 6th bead. So one you're going to use to tie. Yeah, so you make sure the string is on the same level, like this. Then you pull. And you pull. And you pull. Like this. You can see. So it becomes like a circle. Here you have our 6 beads. So this is how you start with those 6 beads. Then the next step, now you're going to have a different color of beads. Yeah, so you're going to bring in the white beads this time. You're going to bring in the white beads. So with the white beads, remember we are considering the 6 beads pattern. So what you're going to do now, you're going to have, so you can either use your right hand side or your left hand side of the string. So this time I'm going to use my right hand side of the string. Your right hand side of the string. So you're going to have 5 beads. You're going to bring in 5 beads. You can see them. So you're going to first put 4 beads into the right hand side of the string. You're going to put 4 beads. You're going to put 4 beads into your right hand side of the string. After putting 4 beads, you're going to have your 5th bead, the one you'll be tying with. So the one you'll be tying with. So you intercross like this, then you pull. And you pull. Make sure you pull like this. So this is how it becomes. Yeah, then after you get this lower string here, you get this lower string. After pulling, this string facing downward goes into the next bead here. So you're going to have this string. You're going to have this string get into the next bead. You're going to get into the next bead like this. Then you pull. Make sure you pull like this. Yes, after pulling, then you're going to continue the process. You're going to continue the process. So right now, after pulling, we are going to now have 4 beads. Why are we having 4 beads? Because the string is crossing 2 beads already. Hope you can see. It's crossing already 2 beads, so we need 4 beads to make the 6th complete the 6 beads pattern. So we're going to have 4 beads. We're going to have 4 beads, hope you can see. So we're still using this side of the string. We're going to have this upper side of the string, this string facing upward, yeah, which is on our right. So we're going to have 4 beads, whereby we're going to first put 3 beads into the string. We're going to put 3 beads into the string, then we tie with the last bead, which is the 4th bead. Yes, we bring in the other side of the string as well. Then we use it to tie. Then you pull. Then you make sure you pull. Make sure you pull. So that's how it becomes. So after pulling, you still do the same thing. So we're going to have this lower string after pulling, this lower string here, the string here facing downward. Yeah, it's going to enter into this next bead here. So you're going to have it enter into this next bead. Then you pull. You go into the next bead like this. Yes, then after that, now you're going again to have 4 beads again. So you're going to have 4 beads again. Yeah, whereby you first put 3 beads into the right hand side of the string. You first put 3 beads. After putting 3 beads, you're going to tie with the 4th bead to complete the pattern. You're going to tie with the 4th bead to complete the pattern. Then we pull. Then we're going to make sure we pull like this. So after pulling, now we're going to again have this lower string get into the next bead. We're going to have this lower string get into the next bead like this. Then you pull into the next bead like this. Yes, after that again you get 4 beads. You get 4 beads again. So you can have your 4 beads here. So you first put 3 beads into the string. Then you're going to have your 4th bead. So one you'll be tying with. So you get the other side of the string, put into the bead. Then you pull. Make sure you pull. Make sure you pull. Then after, you continue the same process, whereby you get this lower string here to enter into the next bead. It's going to enter into the next bead like this. Then you're going to make sure now you pull. So after doing that, it's the same process still. We're going to have 4 beads again. So you're going to have 4 beads again. You first put 3 beads into the upper string, put 3 beads like this. Then after putting 3 beads, you're going to have the last bead, the one you'll be tying with. So you bring the other side of the string, then you intercross it into the bead, then you pull, then you pull, then you pull. After pulling, so here now that you've reached at the extreme end of our round, so what we're going to do now, you're going to continue the same process, whereby you're going to have this lower string enter this blue bead, then it's going to come up here in the white bead here. So let's do that. So I'm going to show you. So you're going to have this string here enter into this next blue bead here like this, like this. So after that, now you're going to have this same string come up here into the white bead here. So you're going to have this same string here come up here to the white bead like this, then you pull, then you pull, then you pull. Yeah, so after pulling, now here we are going to use 3 beads only. Why are we using 3 beads? Because this string, as you can see, it's already crossing over 3 beads, so we only need 3 more beads to complete the 6 beads pattern. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have our right hand side of the string, this side of the string. So you're going to have 3 beads. You're going to have our 3 beads, so you can see. So you first put 2 beads into the string, the right hand side of the string, 2 beads. Yeah, then you're going to have your 3rd bead, it's the one you'll be tying with to complete the pattern. Then you tie with it. You make sure you pull. Make sure you pull. Make sure you pull. Yeah, so after pulling is the shape it gives out. Hope you can see now. Yeah, so now we're going to go to the next round. Yeah, we're going to go to the next round to start giving it a round shape. Yeah, so what you're going to do now, we're going to have this string go into this next bead right here. It's going to enter into this next bead right here. Yeah, I'll show you. So you're going to have this. It's going to enter into this next bead right next to it, like this. So make sure it looks like this. Yeah, the string is crossing over these 2 beads that are next to each other. Yeah, so what you're going to do now we're going to be mixing up two patterns, whereby you're going to consider 5 beads pattern and 6 beads pattern for this round. So whereby you're going to have 6 beads, 5 beads, 6 beads, 5 beads, 6 beads, 5 beads, like that until we make this round. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how you're going to do that. So bring in the light blue beads. Yeah, so as you can consider the mixture of it. So we're going to bring in the light blue beads. Yeah, so what you're going to do now is you're going to consider 4 beads now. You're going to have 4 beads now with the light blue beads. Yeah, so what you're going to do now, we're going to have 3 beads into the right hand side of the string. You first put 3 beads to the right hand side of the string, then you get your 4th bead, the one you're going to be tying with. Why are we using 4 beads? Because we already have 2 beads here. So we're going to tie with the 4th bead to complete the 6 beads pattern. Then we pull. Then we pull. So after pulling, we make sure this lower string goes into the next bead. Going to go into the next bead like this. Going to go into the next bead. After going to the next bead now, here we're going to consider 5 beads. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get 3 light blue beads. So because we already have 2 beads that the string is crossing in, so we need 3 more beads to make the 5 beads pattern. So what you're going to do now, you're going to have 3 beads, whereby you first put 2 beads into the string like this. Then you're going to tie with the 3rd bead, complete the pattern. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead, complete the pattern. So you bring in the pull like this. So it becomes. So after pulling, what you're going to do now, you're going to have this lower string cross over these 2 beads here. This lower string here, the same string, cross over these 2 beads here. So it's going to cross over these 2 beads. So this time you're not crossing into 1 bead. So this time you're going to cross into 2 beads like this. Then you try to pull. Make sure you pull. Make sure you pull like this. And so after pulling, we already have 3 beads here. After pulling, now we're going to have 3 more beads to complete the 6 beads pattern. Remember, we are using 6 5 6 5 6 5 beads pattern, right? So right now we need 3 beads. So whereby we first put 2 beads into the right hand side of the string, 2 beads. Then we're going to tie with the 3rd bead to complete the pattern. So we're going to tie with the 3rd bead to complete the pattern. Tie with the 3rd bead. So then we pull. Make sure you pull like this. So after that, you're going to have this string enter into this 1 bead. This this time it's going to enter this into one bead. So when you're using the 6 beads pattern, the string gets into 2 beads, but when you're using the 5 beads pattern, the string only enters into 1 bead. Yeah, like that. Then after that, now we're going to have 3 more beads to make 5 beads pattern. Yeah, whereby we first put 2 beads into the right hand side of the string, or the string that is facing upward. Then we're going to tie with the 3rd bead, complete the pattern. We're going to tie with the 3rd bead like this, then you pull. Make sure you pull like this. So after pulling, we get into the string into the next 2 beads. So right now we're going to make to use the 6 beads pattern. So the string needs to go into the 2 beads. It's going to go into 2 beads. So the first bead like this, first bead. Yeah, then we're going to go into the next bead, the next bead like this. So it has entered into these 2 beads. So now we're going to have 3 more beads to make the 6 beads pattern. So we're going to need 3 more beads. So we first put 2 beads into the right hand side of the string, then we tie with the 3rd bead. Yeah. So guys, in case you don't get the process, you can repeat the video as many times as possible so that you can be able to understand the process. Yes, and let me know in your comments in case you'd want to know to ask anything or to know anything about the round table mats. Yeah, please let me know in your comments. Yeah, so you put the string into the next bead like that. Yeah, now we're going to have 5 beads pattern, whereby we get 3 beads now. Yeah, then we first put 2 beads into the string, 2 beads into the string like this. Then we're going to tie with the 3rd one to complete the pattern. We're going to put into the 3rd one to complete the pattern. Then we tie. So make sure you tie, then you pull like this, then you pull. So after pulling, you get into the next 2 beads now again. You get into the next 2 beads now again, like this. Next 2 beads now again. Then you're going to have 3 more beads to tie. So you're going to continue the same process over and over. So after using 3 beads, now you get into 2 beads, then like that. So let me show you how you're going to do it. So here we have 3 beads. That means we need 3 more beads to make the 6 beads pattern. So now we're going to have 2 more beads. Then we tie with the 3rd bead. So make sure you tie with the 3rd bead like this. Then you pull. Then you pull. Then you pull. So after pulling, now you're going to have your string get into the next bead, the next 1 bead like this. So after that, now we're going to have 3 more beads. So hereby you first put 2 beads into the right hand side of the string. Then we're going to tie with the 3rd bead to make the pattern complete. So you're going to tie with the 3rd bead like this. Then you pull. So I'm taking it slowly so that you can be able to understand. Yes, and in case you missed the previous video, yeah, where we learned how to make a box using wooden beads, please you can go back and watch it so that you don't miss a lot from it. Yes, then we put in two beads. Then right now we're going to have 3 more beads to make the 6 beads pattern complete. So we're going to have 2 beads into the string, then you tie with the 3rd bead. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead, right? You're going to tie with the 3rd bead like this. Then you're going to pull. You're going to pull. Yes, you're going to pull. So after that, now we're going to have this lower string here, this string here that is facing downward to enter into this 1 bead like this. going to enter into this one bead like this. Yeah, so after that, getting into this one bead, you're going to have 3 beads. You're going to have 3 beads. So whereby you first put 2 beads into the string, then you're going to tie with the 3rd bead to complete the 5 beads pattern. Then you pull. Then you pull. You make sure you pull the strings to make it more firm. Then after that, you're going to have this lower string get into these 2 beads here, these 2 next beads here, like this. Then you pull. Make sure you pull. So after pulling, then we're going to have 3 beads. We're going to have 3 beads. So whereby you first put 2 beads into the string. After putting 2 beads into the string, you're going to tie with the 3rd bead. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead. Tie with the 3rd bead like this. So right now we've reached the extreme end of our contour. So what you're going to do now, we're going to have this lower string here get into the next bead right here, the white next bead here. Then it's going to come up on this light blue bead. So how are we going to do that? I want to show you now. You're going to have this lower string get into the next bead like this. Going to get into the next bead like this. So after that, we're going to have this same string come up here into this next sky blue bead like this. Sky blue bead like this. Then you pull. And you pull. So I hope you can see now. Here we have 3 beads, and here we're going to consider 5 beads pattern. As I said, you're going to have we had 6 5 6 5 6 5, right, beads pattern. So here we're going to consider 5 beads pattern. So that means we are going to have 5 beads. Yeah, so since the string is crossing over 3 beads, that means we need 2 more beads to complete the pattern, right? Yeah, so we're going to have 2 beads. We're going to have 2 beads here. So we first put 1 bead into the string, and we're going to tie with the 2nd bead to complete the 5 beads pattern. So now we're going to pull. You're going to pull like this. So after pulling, then we finish our contour, right? So we finished our contour. So after that, now what you're going to do now, after pulling, now you're going to make sure this string here on my right hand side of the string, on my right hand side, yeah, here, this string here I'm pointing at. So it's going to enter into this next beat here before we continue. So it's going to enter into this next beat here before we continue another contour. So it's going to enter into this next beat like this. So whereby you have your 2 beads, your string crossing over these 2 beads here. Hope you can see them. You can see them. Yeah. So you have your string crossing over these 2 beads here. So now we're going to continue now. So what you're going to do now, so after finishing your contour, now you're going to the next round, whereby we shall be using the 4 beads pattern, yeah, to increase on our circle. Yeah, so what you're going to do now, we're going to use 4 beads pattern now. So this time around, you're not going to put this string into this next bead here. So it remains as it is, but you're going to use 4 beads pattern. So right now we're going to bring in our white beads again. So you can put your blue beads aside. So we're going to have our white beads. So you can still use this right hand side of the string. Yeah, so we're going to have our white beads. So we're going to have 3 beads. Why are we having 3 beads? Because we already have 1 bead here. So we need 3 more beads to make the 4 beads pattern complete. So what you're going to do now, we first put 2 beads into a string, then you're going to tie with the 3rd bead. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead to to make the 4 beads pattern complete. So we're going to tie with the 3rd bead like this. So after doing that, hope you can see, so you're going to have this string get into this next bead. So only 1 bead, so the string only goes into 1 bead like this, only goes into 1 bead like this. So after that, now we're going to have 2 beads. We're going to have 2 beads like this, whereby you first put 1 bead into the string, then you're going to tie with another bead, right? So you bring the other side of the string, so you're going to tie with another bead like this. You're going to tie with another bead. So now you're going to continue this process whereby you're going to have this string get into this 1 bead. This lower string here is going to go into 1 bead. It's going to go into 1 bead like this. It's going to go into 1 bead like this. So after that, now we're going to have 2 more beads. We're going to have 2 more beads whereby you first put 1 bead, then you're going to tie with another bead. So you're going to tie with another bead, then you pull, like this. So after pulling, so you continue the same process whereby you put this lower string here, get into the next bead. This lower string get into the next bead like this, like that. Then after that, then you're going to have 2 more beads. So whereby you're going to first put 1 bead, then you're going to tie with the other bead like that. So then you intercross your strings, then you pull like this. Yes. So now we continue the same process all over and over, because we're going to have this after. Then you're going to have this lower string get into this next 1 bead like this. This 1 bead like this. Yeah. So we're going to continue the same process over and over, whereby you're using only 2 beads, up until we reach this side at the end of our round here. So we're going to only use 2 beads, whereby you first put 1 bead, then you tie with 1. You put 1 bead, tie with 1. Put 1 bead, you tie with 1 until we reach this extreme end as we're doing here. Now we've reached at the extreme end of it. Yeah, I hope you can see. So what you're going to do now, you're going to make sure you fill in this gap here. So you're going to have this lower string as we did before. You're going to have this lower string get into the next bead like this, the next bead like this. Then you're going to make sure this same string comes up here into the white bead like this, up here. Yeah. So this time around we're going to tie with only 1 bead. Yeah. Why? Because we already have 3 beads here, so we only need 1 bead to complete 4 beads pattern. So you only need 1 bead here. So the one you shall be tying with. So bring 1 bead, then you tie with it. Then you're going to tie with 1 bead. So here, what we're going to do now, we're now going to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah. So we're going to continue with our with the next round. We're going to continue the next round. Yeah, so what we're going to do now, this time we're going to consider 5 beads pattern only all over this round here. So we're going to only use 5 beads pattern all over. So what we're going to need 4 beads. So we bring in our dark blue beads. So we need 4 beads since we already have 1 bead here. So we only need 4 beads to complete the 5 beads pattern. So you're going to bring in this right hand side of the string. So you first put 3 beads into the string. So after putting 3 beads, you're going to tie with the 4th bead to complete the pattern like this. Then you pull. Then we pull like this. Then we pull like that. So after that, you're going to have this lower string here. This lower string enter into the next bead. You're going to have it get into the next bead like this. So after that, now we're going to have 3 beads because we already have 2 beads here. The string is crossing over 2 beads here, you can see. So we need 3 beads to complete the 5 beads pattern. So we're going to have 2 beads into the string, enter into the string like this. Then you're going to have our 3rd bead, the one you're going to be tying with. Tying it like this. Then we pull. Then we pull. Then we pull. So after pulling, we do the same. We get our lower string here. Get into the next bead. The next bead like this. You can see it's going to go into the next bead. So after that, you're going to have 3 more beads. So you're going to put 2 beads into the string. Then the 3rd bead, so one you're going to use to tie. So you're going to make sure you tie with it. Tie with it like this. So after that, then you're going to have this lower string still get into the next bead. So going to go into the next bead like this. Then you pull next bead like that. Then after that, you continue the same process. You get 3 more beads. So you're going to first put 2 beads into the string. Then you're going to tie with the 3rd bead. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead like this. And you pull like this. So I was just saying, so if you don't understand the process, you can repeat the video over and over so that you can until you get the process right. And please let me know in your comments. Please comment so that I can get to know where you find your challenges. Yes, please let me know in your comments, please. So now we're going to have 3 more beads. So you first put 2 beads into the string like this. Then you're going to tie with the 3rd bead to complete the 5 beads pattern. So you're going to tie with the 3rd bead. Then you pull like this. You're going to pull like this. So after pulling, you continue the same process. You're going to have this lower string get into the next bead like this, right? Next bead like that. Then you're going to have 3 beads. You're going to have 3 beads. So whereby you first put 2 beads into the string. Then you're going to tie with the 3rd bead. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead like this. Then you pull. You pull, and you pull like this. Make sure you pull. So after pulling, continue the same process whereby you get this lower string, get into the next bead. Remember, we're using 5 beads pattern, right? 5 bead pattern all over. So you're going to use 5 bead pattern all over. So after that, you get again 3 beads. So you keep that way. You keep getting 3 beads. You first put 2 beads into the string, then the 3rd bead is the one you tie with, right? So it's the one you tie with like this. Then you pull, and you pull, right? So it's the same process. So you get again this lower string, get into the next bead like that, right? So you continue the same thing. You're going to have 3 beads. So whereby you first put 2 beads into the string, 1, 2 beads into the string. Then you get the 3rd bead. It's the one you'll be tying with. It's the one you'll be tying with. It's the one you'll be tying with like this, like that. So you're going to now get this lower string again, get into the next bead. Hope you can see. Get into the next bead like that. So we're considering 5 beads pattern all over. So we're going to repeat that same process whereby you get 3 beads. You first put 2 beads into the upper string, then you tie with 1 bead. Then you put into the next bead. We put 3 beads again, like that until we finish our round here. Then we go to the next round, right? So as I was saying, you get 3 beads. You first put 2 beads here into the string. Then you're going to have your 3rd bead. It's the one you'll be tying. It's the one you'll be tying with. So you bring the other side of the string, you intercross into the bead, then you pull, then you tie with it like that, right? So we're going to have this lower string get into the next bead. So we're going to repeat that same process over and over until we come up to this, we reach to this extreme end of our round. Then we go to the next round. Alright, so we have reached at the extreme end. So right now we're only going to now have 2 beads to complete the 5 beads pattern, because we already have 3 beads here. So you need 2 more beads, stackable beads, yes, to complete the pattern here. So you put 1 bead, then you're going to tie with another bead. So bring the other side of the string, you're going to tie with another bead like this, like that. So hope you can see. So now we're going to go to the next round. Remember, we're making a big round table mat, so we still have 2 more rounds to go. So we're going to go to the next round. Yeah, so what we're going to do first, before we go to the next round, we're going to have this right hand side of the string get into the next bead like this. So you first put it into the next bead like this. Yes, so after putting into the next bead, so we're going to bring in our white beads. This time we're going to bring in our white beads. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have 4 beads. Well, we're having 4 beads because we already have 2 beads here, so we need 4 beads to make 6 beads pattern. So here we're going to only use 6 beads pattern on this round, yeah, all over until we reach the end. So we're going to use 6 beads pattern. So we're going to have 4 beads. So we're going to have our right hand side of the string. We first put 3 beads into the string. So we're going to have 3 beads into the string. Then after, we're going to tie with our 4th bead. We're going to tie with our 4th bead like this. Make sure you pull like this. So this is how it becomes. So after that, we're going to have this lower string here. This lower string enter into the 2 beads like this. We're going to have our lower string enter into the 2 beads like that. So after entering 2 beads, we're going to have 3 beads. Since we already have 3 beads here that are crossed by the string, so you're going to have 3 more beads to make 6 beads. So we first put 2 beads into the string like this. Then you're going to have the 3rd bead, it's the one you'll be tying with. You'll be tying with the 3rd bead like this. Then you pull. You're tying with the 3rd bead, then you pull. Then after that, we're going to have our lower string enter into these 2 beads. Enter into these 2 beads. Enter into these 2 beads. Then we're going to have 3 beads now again. So we first put 2 beads into the string, the 2nd bead. Then you're going to tie with the 3rd bead. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead. You pull very well like this. So remember, we're considering 6 beads pattern, so you're going to use 6 beads pattern all over this round. Yes, so you're going to continue now. We're going to have this lower string get into 2 beads. So the first bead here, then we're going to have the 2nd bead as well. You're going to have the 2nd bead as well like this. So after that, now we're going to have 3 more beads. So whereby you first put 2 beads into the string. First put 2 beads into the string like this. Then you're going to tie with 1 bead, the 3rd bead. You're going to tie with the 3rd bead like this. You pull. Make sure you pull like that. Make sure you pull. So now we're going to have again this lower string get into these 2 beads. It's going to enter into these 2 beads. First bead. Then you put into the next bead again. To the next bead again. To the next bead again. So we already have 3 beads here. We have 3 beads here. So we're going to have 3 more beads. So whereby you first put 2 beads into the upper string like this. Then you're going to tie with the third bead to make the 6 beads pattern complete. So you're going to have the other side of the string again, you intercross like this, you pull, make sure you pull. Yes, so after that you get this lower string again, this lower string, enter into these 2 beads. So you first put into 1 bead, then you're going to put it again into the second bead. Sure I fix it properly to the second bead, this to the second bead. Yes, so what you're going to do now, you're going to have more free beads. But you first put 1 bead, put the second one. So again you're going to tie with the third one to make the pattern complete like this. Then you pull, then you pull like this, and then you're going to get this lower string, get into these 2 next beads, next beads. So the first bead here, then the second bead, so again like this. So after that, what you're going to do now, you're going to have again 3 beads, whereby you first put 2 beads into the string like this. Then you're going to tie with the third bead like this. Then you pull, yeah. So then again you put this lower string into these next 2 beads, right here. So you put this string into these 2 next beads like this, right? So after that you're going to get now free beads. So you first put 2 beads into the string, then you tie with the third bead. You're going to tie with the third bead like this. So what you're going to do now, you're going to consider this same process over and over. So we're going to continue. You're going to put this string here, this lower string, get into these 2 beads, the first bead, yeah, then it goes again into the next bead like this, right? Yeah, then here you're going to consider now 3 beads again. Yeah, you're going to consider again 3 beads. So whereby you first put 2 beads like this, then you get the third bead, it's the one you'll be tying with like this. Then you pull, like this. Yeah, so then you can get this lower string, get into these 2 beads, like this. Then after, then you're going to consider again 3 beads, whereby you first put 2 beads into this upper string, then you tie with 1. So we are going to do the same process over and over until we reach to this extreme end of our round here. Then after that, now we're going to see how we're going to go to the next round, which will be our last round. Yeah, then we shall be able to complete our table mat, right? Alright guys, so we've reached at the extreme end of our round. So what we're going to do now, we're going to still continue the same process. So we're going to have this lower string here. It's going to get into these 2 beads. So this is the first bead. Then it gets into the next bead here. To the next bead, like this. Yeah, so after that now this same string here that has gone into these 2 beads is going to come upward. It's going to come into this upper bead here like this, yeah. So since we are considering 6 beads pattern, so what we're going to do now, we're going to have 2 beads. Why are we going to have 2 beads? Because we already have 4 beads here that the string is crossing in. So we're going to have 2 beads to complete our pattern. So you're going to first put 1 bead into the string, then you get the second bead. It's the one you'll be tying with. You tie with the second bead like this, then you pull, like this. Hope you can see that. So after pulling, now we are going to go into the last round, then we finish our round table mat. So what you're going to do now, you're going to use our white beads. So you can decide to use any color of your choice for this case. any color of your choice. So for me, I've decided to use white to make the last round here. Yeah, so what we're going to do now, you're going to consider 4 beads pattern. So this time around, you don't need to put this string into the next bead. So you're going to leave it as it is here into this 1 bead, and as you bring in your 4 beads, right? So you're going to have 4 beads pattern. You already have 1 bead here, so you need 3 more beads to complete the pattern. So here we are. So we're going to use our right hand side of the string. So you're going to have 3 beads, whereby you first put 2 beads into the string, then you tie with 1 bead, and you're going to tie with 1 bead. You're going to tie with 1 bead. This you pull, so like this. Then you're going to have this lower string here, this string here, facing downward, facing this side on my right hand side, going into this next bead. So it's only going to into 1 next bead like this. It's going to go into 1 next bead, 1 next bead like this. It's going to go into this 1 next bead. So after that, you're going to use 2 beads. You're going to have 2 beads, whereby you first put 1 bead, then you're going to tie with another bead. So we bring in the other side of the string, then we intercross into the bead, then we pull, like this. Yeah, so you're going to have this lower string again. You're going to have this lower string enter into the next bead. You're going to have this lower string enter into the next bead, like this. It's going to enter into the next bead like this. Yes. So after that, now again you're going to use 2 beads, whereby you have 1 bead, then you're going to tie with another bead, then you intercross, then you make sure we pull like this. So you continue the same process. So yes, we are going to have this lower string enter into the next bead. It's going to enter into the next bead like this. It's going to enter into the next bead. It's only 1 bead that is entering in, so you're going to have 2 beads again. So whereby you first put 1 bead, then you're going to tie with another bead. It's like that. So, and don't forget to check out my previous video, yeah, so that you don't miss a lot, where we learned how to make a box using wooden beads. Yes, and in case you haven't understood the process very well for today's tutorial, please you can repeat the video as many times as possible so that you can be able to understand very well. And please let me know in your comments. Please comment so that I can know what I can help you with, or in case of any challenge you're facing with the videos, please let me know in your comments, please. Yeah, so you're continuing, then you're going to tie with 2nd bead like this. Yeah, then what we're going to do now, we're going to have this lower string again, this lower string enter into the next bead, like this, right? Yeah, so after entering into the next bead, you're going to have 2 beads again. So we first put 1 bead into the string, then you get another bead, the one you'll be tying with. It's the one you're going to be tying with, like this. Then we pull, like this, then we pull. So after that, you're going to have this lower string. It's going to enter into the next bead. Going to enter into the next bead like this. It's going to enter into the next bead. Yes, so after that you have 2 more beads. So whereby you first put 1 bead, then you bring the other 2nd bead, is the one you're going to be tying with. The one we shall be tying with like this. So when you pull, like this, and you pull. So hope you can see the shape, the round shape. Yeah, so then again you put into the next 1 bead. So you only put into the next 1 bead like that. Yes, then we're going to have 2 beads. So you first put 1 bead into this upper string here, like that. Then you get another bead. It's the one you shall be tying with. Then we're going to pull. Like this. Going to pull. Then we're going to have this lower string again. Get into the next bead. It's going to get into the next bead like this. Yes, then after we're going to have 2 beads. We're going to have 2 beads. Again, we do the same thing. We pull, then you bring the other side of the string, then we intercross, then we pull like that, right? So hope you're understanding the process, yeah, whereby we are using 2 beads, yeah, and to complete the 4 beads pattern. Yeah, so we put 1 bead into the string, then we use the other bead to tie with it, right? Then we put a string into the next bead, the same process, right? So we're going to have 2 beads again. We put 1 bead into this upper string, then we get another bead. It's the one you shall be tying with. It's the one you shall be tying with like this. Then we pull. Then we pull. Then we pull like this, right? So this is the process whereby if we get this lower string, enter into the next bead like this, into the next bead, we pull. So after that, after putting it to the next bead, you're going to get 2 beads like this. Then you're going to consider this upper string here, this upper string. You're going to have 2 beads whereby you first put 1 bead into the string. You're going to first put 1 bead into the string. After putting 1 bead, then you're going to have another bead. It's the one you'll be tying with. It's the one you'll be tying with. You bring the string, you cross over, then you pull, then you pull like that. So we are going to continue this same process over and over. So whereby you first put the lower string into this next bead like this. Then you're going to have 2 beads whereby you're going to consider this upper string. You put 1 bead here, then you tie with another one like that. You put 1 bead, you tie, put 1 bead, you tie until you reach this extreme end of our round. Then we're going to show you how we're going to finish up our last touches. Yes. Alright guys, so we've reached at the end. So we're now going to fill up this gap here. So you're just going to put this string into the next bead. Yeah, so it's like you're continuing the same process. So then we have 2 beads. So first put 1 bead into the upper string here, then you tie with the second bead like this. So right now we've reached extreme end. Now what you're going to do now, you're going to have this same string, yeah, enter into this next bead here like this. After putting it into the next bead, it's going to come up here into this bead here, upward like this. It's going to come up, then from there you're going to tie with 1 bead. You're going to have 1 bead, it's the one you'll be tying with. So you bring the other side of the string, so it's the one you'll be tying with like this. Then you pull like this. Okay, so we have finished our round table mat. Hope you can see it. Finished it. So what you're going to do now, the last step is now to tie up these strings here, yeah, so that we can make our table mat a little bit firm. So you're going to cross these strings into the beads. So you're going to put these strings, enter into the beads like this, so it goes downward like this. Yeah, so they're going to meet up here this. So the only thing you do is just to make the string cross over and over into the beads. Yes, then you keep pulling, and again you continue, and again you continue like this. Continue the same process. We make the strings enter into the different beads. Make the string enter into the different beads, so it can go downward like this, go downward. Table mats, please let me know in your comments. Please comment so that I can get to know what you really want. Yes, and don't hesitate to watch our previous video. Yes, where we learned how to make a box using wooden beads. Please, you can go back and watch it so that you don't miss a lot from it. Yes, so you can make it go through the beads like this. You can make it go through the beads like that. Yeah, so from here you can even decide to cut it off. Yeah, so you can bring your cutter now. You're going to cut off the strings, the unwanted strings now. Yes, so we have our round table mat ready. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching this video, guys, where we are from making a round table mat in a big size, guys. So in case you'd want to know anything concerning round table mats, please let me know in your comments. Please comment so that I can get to know what you really want. And in case you'd want to get to me, please, you can follow me on my social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and X or TikTok as Mugi Crafts, guys. So, and please don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content on this very channel. So till next time, chai chai.